This is one of these times when I really wish I had Simon Booth with me, because he could tell me exactly what these birds are. But it's so peaceful. New location, some of you might have noticed. Never seen this before, nor have I actually. It's going to be on a future vlog for sure. But this week we are talking all about bags. One bag in particular, the NYA-EVO Fjord 60C. How many times have I run that through in my head? But yeah, it's a bit of a mouthful, but not really. It's a Fjord 60C made by NYA-EVO. Spoiler alert, it's a fantastic bag. I really like the bag. And also, let's get this straight, they did not pay me to do this video. I bought this bag 2 or 3 months ago. Spoke to Jensen, really nice bloke, and we hit it off and I bought a bag. And here we are 3 months later, and I'm going to give it a little review, walk through, just talk a little bit about what I do and what I don't like. Yeah, so if you are interested in a usual vlog where we go out and take pictures, I will chuck some pictures up at the end of things I've been doing recently that I haven't filmed, but this is going to be solely about this bag, kind of like a little mini review, ninja style, because let's be honest, no one's going to match Mark Denny, so I'm not going to even bother. Mark's bag reviews are fantastic, although I don't think he's reviewed this bag yet, but I can't match that. So we're going to go and have a little sit down over there. We're going to walk through the bag, talk through it, open it up, and I'll show you the bag inside and out, and just talk about a little bit about what I do and what I don't like. So this is a NYA-EVO Fjord 60C, and it is apparently able, you can take it on a plane. It is 44 litres. With the roll top, it's expandable to 60, hence the 60C. And in terms of overall, the bag is very well made. It's made of this like a non-rip material, which you can put down, flat down like this in the mud. This is what I normally do, and then you have access to your camera gear on the back. The bottom is made up of this like a neoprene rubbery base, which is absolutely perfect for chucking down like this on the ground in the mud. It will stand on end as well. I will vouch for that. But that was a very important requirement of mine when I spoke to Jensen, was that I need a bag that stands to attention. It doesn't fall over like this down into the mud and get your straps all dirty. That's not good for me. I wanted to be able to lay a bag down on its front and this face not to rip, or generally just not last the time, because I am a landscape photographer, I'm outside, and I do use my bags. I don't take this home, I don't clean it. Outside, obviously I clean the sand if I go to the beach, but I don't particularly baby it or mother it. I just use it. So yeah, there is that. The attachments for tripods. Now you can put a tripod on the side here. This is what I tend to do. I tend to slip my tripod in the legs in the bottom, clip it with this one, and another selling point for me was the fact that I can do that on both sides. So when I'm out vlogging, I obviously have 2 tripods, one here and one on the other side, which is really good. I think you probably could somehow attach a tripod to the front, because you've got these little straps here. I'm sure you could, but according to NYA-EVO from their website, you see pictures of skis, tents. You could tie anything to these fronts, and this is what makes this bag so versatile. I've got lots of things planned, longer trips. So this bag with the expandable roll top will be able to turn this bag into a 2, 3, 4 day, maybe even a week if you was really clever with your packing. So yeah, it's very versatile, and will cater not just landscape photographers, but urban photographers, street photographers, or someone who's pretty gnarly dude who likes, or girl or gal, who likes skiing, hiking, I don't know, ATV riding, and takes pictures. This could be a good option for you. It is waterproof. Like I said, this material is very durable, it is waterproof, and all the zips have this plastic sort of coating on them to stop the rain getting inside. Another thing that I wanted from a camera bag was I've already talked about versatility, but I need lots of pockets, compartments, and this bag does offer those things. It has a pocket on the side here, which is quite deep. I would assume this is probably for a water bottle, but maybe you could put a tripod leg in here, a bit like another brand I'm not going to mention. You probably could put a tripod in here, and again these clips on the side, they go right around the bag, well, around the sides and front. You could cinch your tripod up there, I would think, no trouble at all. In terms of the outside, that's probably about it. There isn't any pockets here as such, zips and such. So yeah, the zips are very long and have these big aluminium. I'm not going to follow the American thing and call them aluminum. They are aluminium. So they're very easy to grab, even with gloves on. And all the zips have these on. Even the one that has the on the roll top does. So yeah, let's go around the back of the bag again. Before we get to the back, this is the side. It has a nice handle on the side, which is pretty handy. If you was in an airport, you could hold it like this, which could be very useful if you are travelling overseas or what have you. The straps are very durable. They are made of memory foam. They are a bit stiff. That is something that I did notice when I had the bag initially. I felt a bit stiff, but I didn't get any pain from them, and now it feels like, well, literally feels like a pair of gloves. And I did say to Jensen after a few trips that the pads are quite stiff. No, I'm not getting any pain from them, but they do feel quite stiff. And he said they are memory foam and they will mould to your structure and your shape. So this is what, again, their philosophy of making this bag versatile and suit several different people. It will mould to you. So if you get one and you think, oh, they're not going to be very comfortable, honestly, go with it, because now it just really does feel like a nice, comfortable bag. There is adjustments. So if you're short or tall, you can obviously adjust the height of these, so how far the bag sits on your body. If you've got quite a long torso, you might want to sit the bag up a little bit. So then you can get this nice waistband properly sitting on your hips and not sitting down low, which a lot of people do. You want to sit this up nice and high. Obviously you want to be comfortable, but you want to sit it a little bit higher so that it sits on your hips, so it takes that weight off your shoulders. You've got a nice big strap, and again you've got little, if you can see that, you've got little sort of tethers here so you can clip things on. There's a strap on the side there just to give extra support, which doesn't get in the way of opening the bag, because there's quite a big void here. It's not exactly as if you can't open the back, but we'll get to that in a minute. You have a chest strap or sternum strap, and these straps on top here, which are to sort of hold the shape of the strap. That curve that you see there, once this bag's on, that pulls this tight, and once that, if that wasn't there, then the strap would just pull and it would sort of roll your shoulders forward, whereas this helps keep that structure, which is very important. Another reason why this bag is so comfortable. The sternum strap has a whistle built into it, so it's a nice safety feature. If you are out and about, get yourself into trouble, you just blow on that, maybe someone will come and find you. So that is pretty much the straps and the materials. Now the top has a roll top, so we can open it and roll it out. And as you can see, with this full, it's a very large bag, and I still think it maintains the looks. I think it's a nice looking bag. I think a lot of big bags or hikers bags tend to be a bit ugly looking, whereas this, especially in the black, is quite stealthy. I would like red zippers because I'm an Arsenal fan, but I won't hold that against them. Yeah, so again, they've ripped, it's all made out of this sort of anti-rip material, and you've got the weather sealed zip on there. And if I open this up, there is so much room in here. A lot of room. And a nice thing about this is you can roll it up like I had it, or in the side pockets, let me just roll this down, get the air out of it. So you can either roll it like that and cinch it like that, which I tend to do because I tend to hold it as I use it as a handle. But you can, in this side pocket, there's a little clip, and you can clip it down the side. So again, very versatile. Yep. Very versatile. And I'm not really sure if this has an advantage to doing it this way, but maybe I think it's just for aesthetics. If you don't want that roll top bunching up, you can clip it down the side there, but I tend to roll it up the top. And that is completely separate from the rest of the bag. Sorry, I was a little bit camp. that is completely separate. So if you have a wet jacket, put it in there, none of your stuff is getting wet inside the bag. Now you have, the bag is an ICU unit, it's like a modular system. So they do a small, medium and a large. And I have the large in here at the moment, and it carries the lot. It carries the M50, which the M50 goes here normally. So I've got my 7200, 16 to 35 with the Sony, fits in there. It's nice and deep, so it fits in sideways. Don't have to put it like that and add extra space. 24 to 70, again, because you've got the depth, you can put lenses in that way. Obviously you can't put the 7200 in that way, but you can get away with putting things in that. You've got plenty of pockets and compartments. Obviously, if anyone's familiar with a modular system, this is the module. This thing comes out, it has a lid so you can flap it, so you can take it on if you go on a longer trip. You can take all your modules with you, load them up, and then say you're shooting models that day, landscapes that day, you can just. So that's a good thing. Obviously, it's something you need to think about when you buy the bag, or this bag, for that matter, is what you're going to use it for. But obviously, as the modules get smaller, I think the medium comes to about here, and then the main pocket at the top will increase in size. In here, in the back of here, we'll get to that in a minute, is a big bag. It's all sealed again, so it's sealed from here, it's sealed from that, and that will then get bigger. So, and if you put the smaller one in, it'll get bigger again. So this is where I talk about versatility. If I go on a long hike, I put the small module system in, which comes to about here. I take one lens, a camera, a battery, and that stays there. The rest of this, without this, that is all camping gear. If I roll this out, I've got a massive area. I reckon you've probably got at least 40, maybe even 50 litres of camping gear, and just 10 for your photography. So yeah, that may sway you either way, or just gives you a better idea of the versatility of this bag. So let's get to that back pocket. This is what I call the main pocket. Before we go anywhere, there's loads of these little clips here, so you could put a tent on top as well if you haven't rolled it all the way out. So yeah, this is what I would call is the main pocket. Now in here, this pocket, as you can see, goes down the sides. Clip these open. that opens right out. Now obviously I have got my camera ICU here, so I have this top section here, and you do have that goes all the way down, so you could slip a laptop or a tablet still down, even with a large ICU. But yeah, if you didn't have that, this is what I was just saying about when we looked inside the bag. Is this area could be huge if you had the smaller or even the medium ICU in. There are netted pockets everywhere, and a nice little key hook for your keys. I don't keep my keys in there, but I keep them in the front pocket. We'll get to that in a bit. But all this is just nice, and I've never had any issues with water getting in here, or worries of my water bottles leaking. So let's just do that up. So then we come to another section of the pockets. Now this is where the pocket goes right down the front, and I dare say this is where you would put a water bladder or a laptop. There's a laptop sleeve here, and this runs down the length of the bag as well. So you can open it right down, flap it right out, and in here I keep batteries and things like that. They're nice pockets, the zips are really good. And in here there is lots of different layers, pockets. There's little tassels here. Again, you can put, I don't know, keys there maybe. But that's probably where your water bladder or your laptop could go. It goes right down the length. It's nice and sealed. It's nice and sturdy, and I really like it. And I like these little pockets in here, little buttons, so you can keep things in. Some of them go all the way down. These ones only go to here. So I keep like feet and my tripod. Put anything in there. So yeah, that's the front pocket, which I use pretty much every time. Again, like I talked about earlier, it's about separating your stuff out into areas, keeping things separate. You can keep things organised, which is vital when you're trying to be efficient when you're out shooting. Even a landscape photographer is supposed to take their time. I don't want to be fumbling around trying to find things. I like to put things in a place, think, right, that's where it lives, and then you can move on. So when you have to find something, you just put your hand in and away you go. This is the top pocket. Now this is where I put keys, bit of change. It goes down to about here, and it's just a nice easy access. So when I get out the car, put my bag down on the ground, lock the car keys in there. They're not going to go right down to the bottom, so when I get back to the car I have to try and find them. It is right there. So yeah, that is pretty much, I'm not really sure if I have forgot something. I do apologise, but this is, again, I am still learning my way in this bag. This is why I didn't do a review video or this video like I know, I'm not digging anyone, but a lot of people do. They'll buy it, they have it for a week, or they get given it for a week and then they're an expert on it. So I wanted to sort of test this bag out. I didn't want to, like I've always said, just jump on it and tell you all about it instantly, not knowing really I've used the bag. Also, the bag is expandable. This front pouch is expandable. With these side zips here, it's kind of hard to see because it's got the weather sealing on it, but you can roll that out there, both sides, and that extends the front of the bag, obviously the profile. But I personally think you could get when you put your water bladder in, obviously it's a bit thicker, you could slide your water bladder in there and get a laptop, and that just gives you an extra bit of depth as well. I never tend to use that, to be fair. I tend to forget about it being there because the bag's very versatile and the way it's designed. I don't need to expand that area. And there is a little hole here, H2O hole here for your water bladder, so your tube can come out, come over your shoulder. Yeah. So maybe some slight negatives. If I really had to pick some, Only thing I can really sort of think of is, like I said, we've talked about the straps, which I'm happy with now. That it fits really well. It's the most comfortable bag I've ever worn anyway. Is maybe the only thing I could really say is this area here. These straps. Maybe it could be annoying to some people that when you're trying to open the back of the bag, you have to put your hand through here maybe to open them. I suppose a way around that is to leave the zips at the top like that. You could leave the zips at the top, zip down both sides, but to get the bag to open all the way you have to zip it down there, which I suppose I don't know, I don't really know. That's probably the only thing I can really think of, which is pretty good going. And I'm not just saying that. If the bag didn't work for me, one, I would have sent it back and I wouldn't have be doing a review. So I can't really say anything negative about it. It's heavy because I've got lots of gear, but it is nowhere near as heavy as my old Whistler. And if you was to weigh this without any gear, I'm sure it would be a lot lighter. Yeah, it's just a really good bag. So if you are interested in having a look at this bag, maybe purchasing this bag, I would highly recommend you go to their website and check out all the information will be up there. I will put weights and sizes and things on the screen so you can see. But yeah, I would go and check out their website, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me, and I will try and ask them, or I will get hold of Jensen to try and answer any of your questions about the bag. And if you do decide to purchase a bag, there will be a link in the description below where I can offer you 10% off your first purchase, so that might help you in making your decision. But I'm sure once you get the bag you will not be disappointed. It is a cracking bag. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you if you made it this far. Thank you for watching. It's not my normal stick, so I do apologise if it's a little bit chopsy and that. It's just not my reviews are not really my thing. I'm more of a user than a reviewer, but at the same time I will tell you how it is, and yeah, it is a good bag. I'm going to be keeping it for a long time, and hopefully myself, Jensen and NYA-EVO can be working in greater capacities in the future, because they do produce some really good stuff. Yeah, right. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next week for a regular on location vlog. I will show you some images now, just for them people that want to see some images, so stick out to the end, and I will see you next week. Ciao.